You know, I could be a good lawyer, yes, but also am I good at doing other things on video and camera?
How would you
Yes.
feel when you want to have kids yourself?
Well, I mean, I don't really want kids right now. But at
You
least
will do. How old are you?
25.
Right, so you will do at some stage, probably, right?
Maybe.
When you do, you're going to be proud that you have your little ones and they look at you and go, didn't you want to be a lawyer, Mummy? What happened?
Yeah.
And you go, yeah, but look at all my stuff.
They can cry in a Ferrari.
By sheer coincidence.
Bus wankers!
What is up everyone, it's Sinatra here and I'm back again with another video on the channel. I'm back once again with another monthly installment of TMIR This Month In Review. This show that is every single thing that happens in a month pretty much goes into this show. So, without further ado, what has happened in the 6th month of the year, halfway through 2023? Quite remarkable. That is June of 23. Twitch, the biggest streaming platform in the world, is in absolute turmoil.
Why, Dada, why?
This is business.
This is my sweat.
I know, but I did business.
Shut up! Shut up!
Now, if you're regular viewers of my videos and regular viewers of this show would know I talk about Twitch a lot. And I mean a lot. I think I've talked about Twitch more than any other topic on this show. From Twitch literally removing simp, incel and virgin in live chat, from the ridiculous, insane policy changes, from the ridiculous guideline changes, from streamers getting banned 30 days for deep throating microphones, to getting suspended for 7 days for doing the doggy on stream, plus many other ridiculous things that Twitch have literally brought up since I've done this show since 2019. But I think this tips the iceberg of all the most ridiculous things Twitch have done ever. Because recently Twitch this month brought in some new guidelines on sponsored content. And I have them here and some of them are absolutely bonkers and just stupid, to be honest. Number 1. On-screen logos are limited to 3% of the screen. Burned-in video ads are not allowed. Burned-in display ads are not allowed. And burned-in audio ads are not allowed. It's pretty much like Twitch have just single-handedly just said, fuck you to the streamers and fuck your sponsors because we're bigger and better and we single-handedly can do whatever the hell we want than you, sort of thing. Which is, it's just, the way Twitch operate, it just baffles me really in terms of the way they just go around doing things and just come up with these ridiculous guidelines, like just pull them out of thin air and just, yeah, that's definitely is what we want for our platform, and we just spam it on Twitter and everybody's angry and it's a whole fucking shouting match and a whole tug of war between the people on the left and the right, and that's literally what Twitch. I think Twitch do this on purpose. I really do, just for the sake of it, really. But like I said, because Twitch brought in these ridiculous new sponsorship guidelines, a lot of streamers, and we're not just saying, you know, a few streamers here and there. We're talking a lot of streamers, some massive streamers, deciding to pack their bags and go somewhere else. The thing is, like I said, a lot of streamers are leaving Twitch because not just the whole money situation with the actual new guidelines about sponsorships, the fact that Twitch have a 50-50 split thing, gambling thing, many other ridiculous things Twitch do. It's just a respect thing. Streamers feel like they don't feel the respect anymore from the people who are running Twitch, and that's the reason why they're leaving. Yes, people will throw the money thing, and I get that, but the fact is more of a respect thing. If, let's say for instance, if YouTube did this, I would have hopped out and go somewhere else because it's like YouTube don't respect its fellow creators. YouTube don't respect their people. But the thing is, YouTube will never do what Twitch have done because YouTube single-handedly aren't dumb. If Twitch bring these guidelines in, these sponsored guidelines in, and if the 50-50 split goes to 60-40 in Twitch's favor, then trust me, Twitch, you won't last. Your platform will die the way Mixer died when Microsoft saw the fact that they couldn't compete. And Microsoft, just like Amazon, are companies that don't do failing well. When they see something that fails or flops, they pull it out and they move on to something else. Maybe that's why Microsoft now buying Activision. Because they're like, you know what, we just buy them instead of just spending a ton of money on a dead live streaming platform that was Mixer. But the thing is, the people I feel sorry for in terms of this new Twitch, sponsored guidelines and the 50-50 split thing, is the small creators. It's the small streamers who literally get 10 to 15 views a stream, which is still a lot. You still get 10, 15 views. It's still more than, say, 0. And it's not easy to get a sponsorship deal. It's fucking difficult. As a YouTuber, I know how hard it is to get a sponsorship deal. It's not easy to do. You have to find the right sponsor. You make sure it's not like one of them shady sponsors that just post fake garbage emails every 5 minutes. It's not easy to find, and yet when you do find the right sponsor and then, to help grow you as a channel and a brand and things like that, and then Twitch come in and say, no, we're going to do all these guideline things, and it's just like, fuck you. Like, it's a lose-lose situation. So the other people I feel sorry for is the small creators, it's the small streamers who literally, are just getting fucked over because big massive corporations like, Twitch and their delusional management who have their head in the sand and don't see what's going on around them. They're the people I feel sorry for. Yes, big streamers like Amaranth and XQC and many others can go to our platforms. The problem is the ones that are, the small streamers who are just starting off and they single-handedly can't move somewhere else because they're petrified because they think, would my viewers go over there? But I would say if anyone out there is, thinking of moving, and I'm not saying leaving Twitch, I'm just saying maybe, dabbing your feet on another platform and maybe, not just YouTube, but also, maybe also Kick or whatever, go on multiple platforms and just try something different, then go for it. But I would say that just staying on Twitch, if you're happy on Twitch and you don't want to leave Twitch, that's fine. You're entitled to do whatever you want. But I would say is go on streaming all the platforms, because streaming on one site may not be the best thing going forward, but if you're happy and you want to do that right now, then so be it. But going back to what I said, the future of Twitch, if they bring these guidelines in, trust me, I'll say this, Twitch is just going the way Mixer's going, which will be a dead platform in the next 24 to 36 months.
In the run-up to any competition, Danny's trainer puts him on a strict diet.
8 o'clock in the morning, I'll have fish and a rice cake. At 10 o'clock, I'll have fish.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
No, it's tomorrow.
You're playing shit because you've got no fans.
What
and you're a load of wankers. If you want some, I'll give it you.
At 12 o'clock, I'll have fish and a rice cake. At 2 o'clock, I'll have fish.
Butter.
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 Glenn. Good morning, Glenn.
You tell us something your mum doesn't know. Yeah.
Listen. Butter.
Butter.
That's it. Say it again.
Butter.
At 4 o'clock, just before I train, I'll have fish and a rice cake. I'll train. I'll have me fish.
I don't know why people... Why are you laughing for? What, Chris, why are you laughing for? Why are you laughing for? I'm being serious. I'm being serious. No, you see, I'm talking facts here. I don't do if, buts and maybes. I do absolutes. And, you know, like, if your aunt had balls, she'd be your uncle. But she doesn't, so she's not. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
What I've got is I've got a nice, large nan. My nan's dead. So that don't matter. So anyway, there's the nan look. It's a good nan.
Who are you waiting for?
My friends.
Listen, we know you're here to see an 11-year-old girl.
She said she was 12.
You what?
Do you know who I am?
Do I care?
Well, you won't know when you pull up.
Come on, who are you then?
Ronnie Pickering.
Who?
Ronnie Pickering.
Who?
Ronnie Pickering.
Who the fuck's that?
Yeah, me.
I'll come home, have some more fish with a rice cake, and then have some fish before I go to bed. And then that's it for the day.
A man fakes his death because he wasn't getting respected by his family and friends.
What did he say?
This story, I think, is one of the most delusional, bonkers, and absolute egotistical maniac stories I think I've ever covered on this show. It took me 5 seasons, but I finally found that story that just completely loses touch with humanity at times, really, and that is this man right here thought it would be a great idea to fake his death because he wasn't getting the respect he was getting from his family and friends. He is such a shallow human being that he even got his own fucking family to make a freaking death post on Instagram with his, I don't know if he got his daughter to do it, or I think he did it on his daughter's account, really. Like, I get it, you have to respect people and things like that, but there's a fucking, you know, there's levels, dude, and you went over that, really. Like, you have a young family. They should be the most important thing in your life, the most important people in your life. They're the one that's supposed to be caring for you. Forget about friends and forget about people who you haven't met since, I don't know, since you were 8 when you did your first Holy Communion.
Emotion.
The funny thing about this is he actually dropped in in his own funeral. He dropped in a freaking helicopter. Like it's something out of GTA fucking 5, where Michael Townley faked his own death and Brad was the one in the damn, you know, coffin. It's almost like the old saying that I used to say back in the day. I do question the human race at times. Manchester City do something that Manchester United fans have absolutely regretted the day they did it, which was they completed the treble.
Get it off! Oh, fuck off. Get out. My eyes are bleached. Get that away from me. Get that away from me.
Man City won the Premier League title. Man City beat Manchester United in the FA Cup final after Gundogan literally scored one of the greatest FA Cup final goals I think I've ever seen in the space of 12 seconds. And they beat Inter Milan in the Champions League final in what was one of the most boring, dull Champions League final matches I think I've ever seen. It was so bad that even Lukaku decided, you know what, there's no point in me scoring, let me just miss from 2 yards and block my player's shot. They won the treble, and it's got a lot of people talking, really. Is this Manchester City team the greatest ever Premier League team and the greatest ever footballing team we've ever seen? Well, considering the fact they have 115 charges looming over their heads like a big dark cloud, we don't know. Because, you know, a lot of people say yes, but then they got these charges over them, so you can't really say they're the greatest if they, you know, were doing a lot of dodgy things, and, you know, until it's proven guilty, then you could say they are the greatest ever Premier League side of all time, winning 5 league titles in 7 years or something like that, 3 league titles in a row. They've won 2 trebles in terms of the first treble, the Premier League, the League Cup and the FA Cup, and now they've won the actual treble, which is the Premier League, the FA Cup, and now the Champions League. The one competition Man City have never won was the Champions League, and they finally did it. And Pep Guardiola will go down as one of the greatest managers of all time. The man's won it all. it's no debate. The man doesn't even need Lionel Messi to win a Champions League. All he needed was a ton of money and Erling Haaland. In all seriousness, they do have these charges over them. It's a lot of charges, which is all down to the way their club is run in terms of revenue, which is all shady things, and they're doing a lot of fake documents and stuff like that. Documents, just like Juventus did with their dodgy transfers and the way they were doing things really with the whole Ronaldo and Higuain signings, and they got a huge point deduction this season, Juventus, which was the reason why they are not in Europe next season. But the thing is with Man City, if they are charged, it may get them relegated, they could be stripped of their titles, and they could have a huge points deduction, maybe even next season. There's already rumours they're going to have like a 25 points deduction starting next year. Now, that's all speculation, but at this moment in time, Man City are treble winners, and Man City will go down as probably one of the greatest ever English teams we've ever seen. I know Man U fans are going to have trigger warnings, and they say, no, it's not the real treble in '99. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm just glad Man City won the treble, so people can stop going on about the treble in '99. Because as a Newcastle fan, I'm sick and tired of people talking about Man U's win against Newcastle every fucking year. I swear to God, man, it gives me PTSD every time they bring up the Newcastle defeat against Man U. It's like just. All that said, congratulations to Man City on winning the treble. They've had an amazing season this year. Be interesting to see with the charges, will they get stripped? But I think this is going to be a long thing because there's so many. 115 charges, this could go on for 2 years, maybe more. So we'll wait and see how that all unfolds. But next season, can Man City do it again? Win the treble again? Or even do it, or even do one better? Win the quadruple. Here's a story of a young man walking down his graduation day while being paralyzed from a car crash.
Noble Ryder Haskell.
For this cross-country athlete, it was a goal just to walk at graduation.
Nice step.
You see, Noble, a teen from Colorado, had been paralyzed. He broke his neck in a car crash in Kansas while on a trip with friends back in 2021.
Did you ever think you would survive that when you woke up in the hospital and saw where you were?
I think a lot of it, when I first initially started realizing what was happening, a lot of it was just ignorance because I didn't quite know what followed an injury like this.
He spent the next 31 days in a Wichita hospital and then transferred back home to Colorado, where he spent the next 4 months.
What has been the biggest thing to help you through this recovery?
I would say the biggest is my faith. Without my faith and without my belief that God has a plan for me, I don't know where I would be.
He just walked part of a 5K to help raise money for more physical therapy.
I walked a good chunk of it, and I was able to not do the whole 5K, but finish through the line with probably just under a mile of walking. And so, yeah, we were able to do that, and it was really, really powerful for me and everyone there.
Noble is taking a gap year next year to continue recovering.
So everyone, that's the end of another video on the channel, and the end of another TMIR This Month In review. If you think that Twitch, with these ridiculous new guidelines, have completely and utterly just doomed their platform, and really do, and the management at Twitch really do suck, by the way, when it comes to communication, then just lean back and headbutt that motherfucking like button. You can also follow my social media platforms, links just down there in the description. I hope you all have an amazing day. Stay safe and healthy too. Please like, subscribe. The Natural is out.